So the cellular health expert called me out with a 4-minute rebuttal video which only further highlights her lack of science literacy. And because she didn't learn the first time, it's time for detention.
There is no question that some of the historic diet fat trials were misrepresented in the way that I phrased them.
To be clear, she didn't just misrepresent them or the way she phrased them, what she said was outright incorrect. She literally said people in the Minnesota coroner experiment who ate the seed oils had a higher risk of death. That's objectively wrong, so maybe take accountability for that first.
But it's also true and important that the trial showed no mortality benefit at all, despite a significant lowering of LDL.
Hold on. Now she's committing the logical fallacy called moving the goalposts. Her original claim was that the seed oil group had a higher risk of death, and after being proven wrong about that, she's now changing her stance to, well, the seed oil group wasn't any better than the saturated fat group. Okay, but that wasn't your claim. You cited this famous randomized control trial in support of your view that seed oils are extremely bad for your health. Now you're saying, well, there's no additional benefit to them. Yeah, very interesting.
And the regression finding that larger cholesterol reductions tracked with higher mortality was, yes, correlational, but it still raised a red flag about the assumption that lower LDL means better health outcomes.
Just to be clear, she was the one that criticized Dr. Jessica's statement based on the incorrect assumption that her data is correlational. Now she's acknowledging that her own claim is correlational, so based on her own epistemic standard, we should now dismiss her own claim. Secondly, I literally covered the reason why cholesterol levels can drop prior to death. Your liver produces around 80% of your cholesterol and illness suppresses the liver. So during things like infection, cancer, sepsis, organ failure or terminal illness, the liver drastically reduces cholesterol synthesis. So it's no surprise that the people that had larger drops in their cholesterol were more likely to die. It's because they're extremely ill. That doesn't mean that lower LDL throughout your life isn't beneficial, because it is. Every single line of evidence, from genetic Mendelian randomization studies to long-term observational studies to randomized controlled human trials, shows that as you decrease LDL cholesterol over the life course, the risk of heart disease goes down in a dose-responsive manner.
You widen the lens into biophysics, lipid chemistry, mitochondrial bioenergetics, you see something else.
And then she throws out some big words and goes on a 2-minute rant about mechanisms and rodent studies for how bad seed oils are for your health. You see, this is the problem with the wellness space. Even when someone is outright corrected about their claims, about the controlled trials that they themselves are citing, they double down and retreat into mechanistic speculation and rat studies as if that overrides real-world human data. Are you a rat? Do you actually think these things can be extrapolated to humans? But I guess doubling down and selling your $1,200 mitochondrial restoration programs is the correct way to go. Detention, get out my face.